Parker? Parker? Hello? Parker?
Hey, Professor.
Hey, Parker, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm so sorry for the confusion. I just got all. Okay, so we're good now. All right, let me just get on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, no, I don't see you. I don't see you. Which one are you on? Are you on the? I'm so confused. I don't see you as a participant, but maybe I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, there's two of them here. There you are. Okay, good. So I see it. Okay, so what happened was when you spoke, I asked you if maybe I misheard you. I thought you were in my 325 class, which I just finished a few minutes ago, and I thought we were going to join me on that WebEx. But you're in my Stat One class on Monday night, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fine. All's well that ends well. Now let me answer your questions. What are your questions?
So I got a question on homework chapter 14, comparing two means. Question 2, 3, and 5. I've got questions on.
Okay, but before we go further, okay, did you, I created, because I remember there was some questions in that chapter from other students, so I created one of those help files that sort of walks you through it. You know what I'm talking about? In the MyLab, there's a section of help files.
I think so.
Okay, can you want to share your screen? Maybe let's just try sharing your. You know how to do that, or do I have to?
I know. I think I know how to do that.
Okay, hit share, and then you type in. Oh, you do it. Take your time.
So can you see this? Can you see my screen?
Um, yes, I do.
Okay, and then so where do I
So go to course documents on top. Go to
stop?
course documents. Top right there. Click on that. No, go click on the next one again. The next number syllabus. Click there. Click again on the next one. Okay, if you go down to YouTube and StatCrunch video guys, go down two levels right there. Okay.
Yep.
So first of all, the first thing is the hyperlink index of videos is the list of all those YouTube videos that I made to describe almost all the examples of formulas in the project. That might be useful to you. But the one below that, oh, 1 second, listen, hold on. Give me a second. I thought it was maybe hold on 1 second. No, there is no challenge. I'm confused. You're in Stat 1 Monday night.
Yep.
I don't think there's chapter 14 for that course.
Um.
Maybe I'm wrong. If you want me to double check, I'll be happy to check my course.
Yeah, I could check right here. I'll go to the.
I think it's stop the chapter 13, but I could.
No, chapter 14 right here. Comparing two means.
Oh, okay. That was my. Hold on. Okay, let me just clarify it myself. Going to going to I need to get up to speed. Person. Okay. Well, first of all, you're right. Well, maybe I was mixing up with chapter 15. Let me just figure this out. Think, okay, thing. Okay, starting to, first of all, right, we go through chapter 14. What I was thinking of is, again, they changed the edition of the book, so it was chapter 15. I was like, so 14 is comparing two averages. That's in the list of help things that I mentioned to you. That was chapter 13, so I don't know the chapter 14 specifically. Homework. Chapter 13. Okay. Looks like the mistake that I made was that the help, I mislabeled that help thing, that help file that I was pointing you to.
Uh-huh.
That was really should be chapter 14. It was in the old edition, it was chapter 13. So it was that thing that's third. So let's look at it together. So let's go at okay. So go back to your hold on. Let's share your screen still. Okay. So chapter 14. So now go back to that help thing that I mentioned to you. You click on that. Yeah, click on the next one. Click on it now. Go down to the YouTube and StatCrunch. And what you see there is example 13.4. Probably should have been chapter 14.4. I'm going to have to change that after we hang up. But click on that. Click on that one there. That's going to download a file.
I'll just click them.
Try it again.
There you go.
Does it open up?
Yep.
I don't see it. I see Microsoft Word. Sorry, Word ran into a problem. You're seeing it?
Oh, yeah, I'm seeing some of it, yeah.
Sometimes when you share file, they ask you for the specific contents. You might have to say share that file. Or I can open up on my own computer. Let me open up my own computer.
Try stop sharing.
No, share that file. Make it easy for both of us. So go open up that file, or help me share it. Or when it asks for, you're going to say stop sharing and then start again. But this time, pick that content.
Okay. Can you see it now?
There it goes. There it goes. Okay. So okay, we're in the fourth edition now, so I got to change that. And it's hard to read, but okay. So you know what? Better yet, okay. Well, let me point out the answer is there, but to make your life easier, so let's work. Let's go through the example together. And you can use this as a reference in case you forget something. So
Okay.
let's go. So go. Let's open up the homework itself and share that with me. Okay, you may have to stop sharing and then start again. Open up the actual homework in chapter 14 that you're having a hard time with, and we'll do them together.
Thank you. Um, okay, can you see that?
Yeah. So pick up whichever example you want to do.
This I have a problem on this one.
I see it. Okay. Okay. Let me read it. Pairing two means. Yeah, that was the chapter's about. 6 and then Okay, so the first step is to get the data into StatCrunch. So you click on the icon with the data.
And then you click here, open
Oh,
StatCrunch.
you're already ahead of me. All right, good. Open a StatCrunch.
And then you go to T-stats, and then two samples, right? With
Okay,
data.
here's the first trick. You have to know if you're going to the T or the Z. And that's almost always you go to the T, because you're not giving you, they're giving you, in other words, they're not giving you the population standard deviation. That's the theoretical difference. Sometimes they do, but very rarely. So you go to T, you go to two sample because you're comparing one average to another average. So go to two sample, click
Two
on that,
sample.
and then you go with data. In other words, you don't have a summary. You have summary means they give you the averages of the two groups. You only have the raw data. So you want to compare the values in column one, which is, just click on that, neighborhood one. Column two is neighborhood two.
And then confidence.
Now let's go through all the different options. You never do pool variance. The default reason change to off. I would say pool variance. Click on that calculation option
Full
right above. Go up to
right
a
here.
couple.
Yeah, right there.
I think you're supposed to do that because they said the default is off. It should be on. You want to do hypothesis testing. Oh, they're asking for a confidence interval. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Finding
and then
95%.
and then you got to check because sometimes they ask for a 90 or a 99, so you got to make sure it's 95, which
It's
it
find
is.
90%, I think. 95.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, you got to look out for that, and then hit compute. That's it, and you type in a number minus 0.875, and the other one is 16.87, and if we got it right, we got it right. Cut and paste, or you just type it in. So we put the minus in.
Point, point
8.75 looks cool.
875
Yeah, it's
eight
always a good
seven.
idea to put a zero before the book is hard to see the point.
Yeah.
And then the upper one was 16 point something. I don't know.
89.
Uh,
Yep.
Great. That's easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
What's the next one? Oh,
um, yeah, well,
we can continue. A zero within the confidence interval. The answer is yes, right? Because zero is somewhere bigger than,
yeah.
and that's right. Then they can ask you what that means probably. What does it mean? Uh, well, you want to tell me what you think the answer is, or you want me to help you with the choices?
The constant interval suggests about the null. What does that mean? Difference is zero. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure
Okay,
here.
you have to know the theory uh, of how confidence intervals is really the flip side of hypothesis testing. And again, the truth is, I did a lot of that in some of the videos for these chapters, which not everybody watches, but that's where the theory part gets emphasized. But the idea is that we're doing a hypothesis testing. The null hypothesis is the first average the same as the second average, right? That's mu1 equals mu2. That's what we're really testing if you did this from a hypothesis testing perspective. But if it's true that mu1 equals mu2, then when you subtract them, the difference should be zero, right?
Yeah.
If zero, so when you do it by a confidence interval, if you can say the average is somewhere between minus 87 and 16.9, and zero is one of the legitimate numbers, that means we can claim that zero really is the difference between them, in which case they're really the same. So in terms of the answers, we failed to reject 8-0. There's basically accepting 8-0, but you're not supposed to say accept, you're supposed to say it failed to reject 8-0, because zero is plausible, meaning there's no difference between them.
Okay.
So the answer is part C.
Thank you.
I hope. Okay. Okay, what's the
And
next one?
I had problems on this one.
Again, theoretical problems or calculation problems?
I think it's a calculation.
Okay, so let's see. We have data. Let me read the example before you start clicking. Two different neighborhoods built the same as 6. I think the same question.
I,
It says talking about 6 houses again. It sounds like the same problem. Or maybe they're continuing the same numbers. I don't know. Okay, let's go 1 second. So you want to know, choose the correct answer to get the T. Okay, so this time instead of clicking on confidence interval, now you get to click on the hypothesis testing.
So now the hypothesis.
Yeah, I think you have to click on the what do you call it? The pool again.
And then
if they hit compute, and then everything should pop up. So for example, the T should pop up. The T is equal to, there it is,
T is
1.30.
1 point.
Okay, we're on a roll. The P
Yeah, I
value.
wasn't clicking on the pool variance when I was doing this. So like it was, I don't know if that jacks it up, but
Okay, it should change it slightly, but with a small sample, it might change it a lot. Anyway, that's that. That should work as well. Good. Again, here's where it gets a bit theoretical. You have to know, we just proved that the averages, if the P was less than 0.05, then that would prove the averages are different. But we didn't.
yeah,
It's 22, so we don't reject the H0. We
yeah,
accept it, which is we failed to reject it.
it did
Which is another way of saying they're basically the same. There is insufficient
sufficient.
evidence. No, insufficient. Okay, good.
Find the 95%.
And we did that already. That's the one we did.
Yeah,
I don't know why I don't know if this example is like a repeat, but who knows? Okay, you don't have to do it again. You still have the stat crunch. You just have to. Yeah. Oh, you did it. Okay. Minus 420, whatever. 420, 4.25, 16.25.
Mm. 95% interval for the mean and difference in the so
I don't know what happened there.
yeah, it's
Is this result different from the result of the pooled confidence? What were they telling us to use not the pooled? What's that? Can you go back? Why are they saying using the pooled? I thought we were doing the pooled the whole time, so I'm not sure what the question is.
yeah.
I don't know what that doesn't even make sense to me. It says just like doing at the same time. Okay, so there's nothing about this that says we should not use the pooled. We are using the pools for part B and part C. Part A, part B, part C, and then they tell you. Okay, well, again, the difference between the pooled and the not pooled, which again, more theory, is that you're supposed to use the pooled when the variances are similar. And if the variances are different, and we didn't pay attention to what the variances are, the data. You can do that by going back to the data again. So Another way to do it is do it twice, once with and without the pooled. But the best way is, I think, again, the theory that they're expecting you to understand here is that when the variances are similar, so let's look at the data for the variances of the two groups.
This one without pool, right?
No, I want to do it with pooled. I want to see if, no, go back to pooled. And let's go down to what options you have in terms of what they're printing out for you. So optional graph and tables, confidence, and so clicking. You want okay. Click on compute at this point. Everything there seems to be highlighted. Okay, so now we're looking for, maybe it's not there, but there should be maybe make it bigger the box. I'm hoping there's more stuff in there. We'll make the box bigger, right? Okay, so I made a mistake in the sense that I thought that it automatically gives you the mean and standard deviation. So you can exit out and go back to stat. It's still there, or start again. So I want the computer to give us the mean and standard deviation of each group to see if they're similar.
So you want me to go to columns and then just find the mean standard?
That's a very good idea. That would work for us in this case. But I'm surprised I'm not getting it from the, okay, just hit neighborhood 1.
Standard deviation.
You should be able to do both. You can do both at the same time. Click on neighborhood 2 also.
Click on which one?
Neighborhood 2 at the same time. I think you can do 2 at the same time. Go higher to neighborhood 2. Higher, no, higher. The top of the page says neighborhood 1, neighborhood 2. And you chose neighborhood 1. Let's see if you can do both at the same time.
So clicked on that one.
Okay. And if you sort of use control to get both, you can do both, I think, at the same time.
There you go.
All right, now hit compute. And you want the variance. You have everything there. Should be defaulted. Okay, that's fine. Now hit the compute. Okay, so we have the there it goes. 7.26 and 8.6. They're pretty close, right? And therefore, even though again when you square it to get the variance, they're not that close. I would say they're pretty close, in practical terms, and therefore I would have predicted that the pooled and non-pooled should come out similar for the reason that the variances are pretty close. I can't guarantee that's going to be the right answer. I say yes, the variance. Yeah, I would say part A. Let's see if I got it right. Oh, all right. So there is just to compare. So maybe your initial impulse of doing it both with and without the confidence interval checked off, with and without the pool checked off might be the better way to do it.
Okay.
Let's try it again. Let's do it again, this time without the unpooled. And we know the answer is -4 to 16 using that method. Given that, I'd be very shocked if they're very different because of the reason I just gave you.
So this one's without pool.
Right, and let's see what happens. Yeah, they're almost identical.
Yeah. So
And that's because I told you the standard deviations are very similar, so they should be identical. So the book's quote, so let's say, okay, let's go back to the choices. Let me see if maybe we didn't read the choices correctly. Explain why, would the result be different? Well, we know the answer is no. Oh, we checked yes, the result should not be different.
yeah,
So the answer is part C.
yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay, try
It's all
that.
good.
Okay.
And then I have one more left. This is the last one. I was really, and I think it's the same exact thing.
Okay.
It just
They give you the data, just more data, that's all. So again, you gotta get the data into StatCrunch,
yep.
and then you have to just go through the same step. It's gonna be P to sample with data.
Oh, do I have to do that? I have to do that one. Cool.
You forgot to click on the pool
Cool.
difference.
Yeah.
But again, it may not be that different. And we want a what? No, this time we want a confidence interval. Okay, so there it is. 31.5 and 40.5. Great. Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. I'm glad we met up.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. Can I ask you I don't say it's a personal question. It is personal, but it's not really personal. I can check, of course, but how are you doing generally? Are you up to date on you're practically finished, right? You're just finishing the
Yeah.
last chapter now.
Yeah. I'm just finishing the last homework assignment and I'm on the last test and I'm
Okay.
doing
How are your grades so far? Being again, I don't
good.
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid. It's like a 97,
Okay. So let me ask you the question. One more question before I ask you the main question. Are you meeting with your group to figure out this project?
Yeah, so we've met a few times. We've talked about our topic. We've got all of what we're working on, and then we'll work on it again on Sunday.
Okay. Don't make it too complicated. Don't overthink it. Basically, you just got to find the data that satisfies, which there are a million data sets in StatCrunch itself or any place on it. And you just want to get two groups, compare them, get their averages, get their, compare like you're just doing now is a large part of it. So, it shouldn't be you don't make it more complicated than it has to be. Just get the data. I'm not, it's not like a 40% of the grade term project. It's 10% of the grade. I just want to see that you hit all the formulas I listed in the
Okay.
table of contents, a little paragraph at the beginning, like what you're doing, a little paragraph at the end, what you found. Doesn't have to be that complex.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Last
Thanks
question.
again.
So when I started teaching, I get the feeling that, you follow things pretty quickly. You're a bright guy. Maybe you're good at math. I don't know about that. But when I started teaching online about 10 years ago, one of the questions I asked myself was, stats usually a pretty hard class. And essentially, I'm asking people to basically just go through the homeworks, figure the stuff out. I mean, some of them might be listening to my videos, which is the same like being in class, but I know a lot of people don't do that. So how are you figuring out the answer? I mean, what are you doing to get the first, are you just going through help me solve it? Show me an example. Are you Googling it on
I,
generally? How do you get,
I do the I do the show me the example usually, and if that's confusing, I go to your videos and watch your videos and just see if I can learn it really quick, and then or I read the book usually.
okay. Okay, but the bottom line, so what is would you consider yourself above average in math abilities? I mean, are you good at math?
Yeah, I'm good at math. I'm not amazing, but I'm good.
Right, well, that doesn't frighten you, like some people get panicky. So, but you're saying, and do you like the format of the class? I mean, theoretically, we're supposed to be meeting every Monday night, 7:10. Do you like the
Yeah,
way it worked out?
yeah, I do. I do.
Okay, okay, just want to know for future reference. And um, okay, that's what I wanted to ask you about. And again, I'm asking, for extra credit, I ask students to write not a little, but a page or so about some suggestions for the future.
Okay, sounds
How to improve the
good.
class and things like that. So if you have any
And then
ideas, you can tell me
where do
that.
you want us to submit that if we
Well,
were to do?
to the GA, you just write something towards at the end of the term when you finish all your tests and after you finish that quiz that you're supposed to take at the end for extra credit. And then you
Uh,
can just write a paragraph or two. I mean, hopefully more than a couple of paragraphs.
okay.
All right.
So,
Okay. Great
okay.
talking to
Thank
you.
you.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye.